May I come in, sir?
Come in.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Prashant. Have your seat. Comfortable?
Yes, sir.
Have you taken COVID vaccines?
Yes, sir.
And do you have any symptoms of the disease?
So far,
Okay, so you can remove your mask. Introduce yourself.
hello, sir. My name is Prashant Kumar. I have been born and brought up in Bhagalpur, Bihar. I am the youngest one among the 3 siblings, and my father is a retired police officer, and my mother is a homemaker.
Okay. And what you have studied in your career?
I have done my BTech in Mechanical Engineering from Indian School of Mines, Dhanbad.
Which year you completed it?
In 2015, sir.
15, 7 years ago. So what are you doing?
I have been in job for 2 years. I have been a teaching faculty in chemistry for the engineering entrance and medical entrance examination student.
So if you have studied mechanical engineering for such a reputed institution like IIT Dhanbad, why couldn't you get a job in your core area? Did you have campus placement?
Yes, sir.
How many companies came to your campus?
For the core branches, it was about 5 to 6, and for open to all, it was about 15 to 20.
So those 5-6 companies did offer you any job or no?
Yes, sir. I have been placed in Wisdom Educare Private Limited from my campus only.
So Wisdom EduTech, what kind of work you have in this company?
Basically, it is a coaching institute that prepares a student for IIT JEE and medical NEET examination.
So you are not doing mechanical engineering, you are teaching chemistry?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And how long you taught there?
For 2 years, sir.
Then you left?
Yes, sir.
Why?
I have been aspiring for civil services since my childhood, and also my father told me that you should pursue your dream. That's why I have made a plan that I will be teaching here and saving some amount, and I will be joining for the civil services preparation.
That's good strategy. So why you are taking so long? Are you not good at chemistry?
See, sir, my marks in mains examination is about the average, so I think I have been lagging there. Also, some of the GS paper I have been not performing well, so I think I have to improve there.
Who first explained the behavior of noble gases?
I'm sorry, sir, I'm not able to remember.
Can you name those noble gases?
Sure, sir. Helium, neon, argon, helium, helium, argon, radon, and xenon.
Which of them are most widely used in day-to-day life?
In day-to-day life, we have a wider application for argon because it is the most abundant among all the noble gases. Also, we use helium for meteorological purposes, where the where the balloons are being inflated with that, and it is used for the meteorological purposes for observing the data.
It is claimed that helium is the most abundant element in the universe. Do you agree?
I think so.
What are the proofs?
Most important proof is the sun. In the sun, we have nuclear fusion reaction, where the 2 smaller nuclei fuse together to form a bigger nuclei. The smallest nuclei we have is hydrogen. So when 2 hydrogen combine, they form an element which has 2 protons. That 2 proton is characterized by helium. So scientists believe that we must be around the sun. Inside the sun, there must be the abundant amount of helium.
How many neutrons are found in a nucleus of helium?
Inside helium, we have 2 neutrons and 2 protons.
Hydrogen does not contain any neutron.
Sure.
When 2 atoms of hydrogen fuse,
yes, sir,
an atom of helium is formed.
Yes, sir.
Where from neutron comes?
See, sir, it is a process where it is defined by radioactivity decay. So there is a lot of process going on where sometimes proton combine with electron to form neutrons. So it happens that we cannot tell by surety that this is happening. But
I got your point, Prashant. Thank you.
Prashant.
Yes, ma'am.
So tell me, what are you proud of in Bihar?
In Bihar, I am very much proud of the culture there, the simplicity of the people, and from my hometown, I am very much proud of the Gangetic dolphins and the Vikramshila University. I have visited there and I found it very interesting.
Is it still working there, Vikramshila University?
No, ma'am. It's the ruin from the Pala dynasty. They made it for Tantrism, Buddhism, and now it's in ruins. But archaeological department along with the Bihar government is making very much effort to revive it to its old glory, and also we have named some universities on the behalf of the older Vikramshila University there.
Okay, and what about Nalanda?
Nalanda University. So about the Nalanda University, the Buddhist majority countries like Japan and southeastern countries are collaborating to establish a central university that will be of importance, that will be of international importance. So progress is going on there, but it has not started working, but land allocation and everything has been done for that.
Was there any other university in Bihar apart from these two?
Yes, ma'am. There is a set of 5 Buddhist monastery, that is one at Nalanda, another at Vikramshila, one at Bihar Sharif that is known as Odantapuri, and 2 more in present day Bangladesh, that is Somapura and Jagdaldala.
Very nice. So tell me, you were saying something about dolphins.
Yes, ma'am.
So how are Gangetic dolphins different from Indus dolphin?
Gangetic dolphin is first characterized as the national and aquatic animal of India, not that Indus one. First, foremost important thing is that. Another thing is that at the anatomy level, we can say that the size of Gangetic dolphin is little bit larger than Indus dolphin. Both of them uses ultrasonic waves to.
Is there any difference related to eyes or?
Sorry, ma'am.
You're not aware of that.
Don't know.
How many national parks are there in your state?
1.
Which one?
West Champaran National Park, that is also been designated as Tiger Reserve.
And no other?
Valmiki Tiger Reserve.
No other national park is there?
Sorry, ma'am.
Okay, no issues. So, you are a chemical, you're a student of chemistry.
Yes, ma'am.
So, tell me 5 chemicals or materials that you think will revolutionize the future of this world.
There are 17 sets of elements that are called rare earth element.
Okay, one is rare earth metal elements. Then second.
Then there is lithium that will be used in that is being widely used in mobile technology and battery technology. There is a class of compound that are called metalloids that is widely used as semiconductor, silicon, arsenic, germanium, and that provide the base for the semiconductor and the diode one that we use in integrated circuits in computers. So this element, I think that will be those who hold the reserve, they will be at a far off position.
Okay. Thank you, Prashant.
Prashant.
Yes.
What is your service preference?
So first one is Deputy Superintendent of Police, and then after that there is Jail Superintendent, and then I'm going for the Block Development Officer.
Block Development Officer. Okay. So what are the issues, challenges in policing?
In policing, we can broadly classify into 2 categories. First is law and order, and second is investigation part. So in law and order, what we see as per the committee report from Malimat Committee and Prakash Singh judgment of Supreme Court, we can say that we found that 86% of the personnel in police belongs to the rank lower than the inspector. So there is very much less incentive for them to be motivated and get to the upper post. Another thing is that there is very much political interference between the normal working of the police officer. And one more thing that I think is that lack of responsibility and accountability. There must be some strong mechanism for that.
Do you think that investigation and law and order administration should be separated?
Yes, sir. I feel so. I believe that in law and order and investigation, both are different fields, and there may arise some conflict of interest, because if I am an officer maintaining law and order, then I will be having that perspective that someone that I have caught must be culpated, and I will be producing all the evidences on that basis. There might be some prejudices, and
you support dichotomy.
Yes, sir.
So, do you have any idea about the recommendation of Dharmveer Commission in this regard?
Sorry, sir.
Okay. What are the agricultural challenges of Bihar?
Some of the challenges are, first is a lot of fragmentation is there, very small land holding, so it does not incentivize the smaller farmer with a smaller income to invest in newer technology, such as mechanization or upgradation to seeds, high yield variety seeds and fertilizers. First one is that. Another thing I think is the lack of irrigation. Till now only 62% land is covered under irrigation. So
62% land?
Yes, sir.
Irrigated?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Another thing is that the forwarded and backward linkages that connect the agriculture. The forward linkage is low interest credit, rural infrastructure where the roads must be smooth and it should be accessible to the nearest mandis and market. And backward
how
linkage,
you are going to address these problems?
See, sir, I am not a magician that I will be doing something that will be you can see in just a few days or in few months. It takes a perseverance.
You should have a vision.
I have a vision that
as
an administrator for agriculture, what I have thought that there should be an integration between all the farmers where they could opt for cooperative farming, and there should be a food processing industry that they should be collaborating along with that. There are many things, sir. So to tell you point wise, I have thought about first off is that land consolidation. Another thing is by taking all the stakeholder on the board about land consolidation, then for integration of dairy and animal husbandry in agriculture. There should be harmony between the farmers as well as the traders, that will be traders and food processing units, so that there should be less wastage and there should be more profit.
Okay, thank you.
Prashant,
Yes, sir.
India and US and many other countries are negotiating yesterday onwards a new agreement to promote peace and tranquility in the Pacific Ocean region, Indo-Pacific. What exactly is the proposed name of that agreement?
Sorry, sir, I don't know, sir.
Don't you read newspaper daily?
I afraid, sir, I skip newspaper, sir.
How long you are skipping? For how many days?
Sir, I don't have a habit of reading newspaper, sir.
You don't have a habit of reading newspaper?
No, sir.
You never read newspaper?
That will be wrong, but it's not like it's
you
my
don't
daily.
Read it daily?
Yes, sir.
Occasionally you read?
Occasionally, few days in a month, like that.
Okay. And do you have a habit of reading any journal or any magazine?
All the magazines that covers the UPSC topics that are widely available in the market, I used to go through them, sir.
All the magazines?
Mostly 2 to 3 magazines are there that I go through, sir.
Okay. Government also publishes some magazines.
Yes, sir.
Do you know which magazines?
I have read, sir, India at 75 from Niti Aayog, and
no, there are periodicals which are published at regular interval, like monthly.
I don't know, sir, but can I take a guess, sir? Is it Yojana and Kurukshetra, sir?
Yes.
I have been through that magazine, but only
So which
the
ministry publishes these two magazines, Yojana and Kurukshetra?
Sorry, sir, I don't know, sir.
And there is a science magazine also published by Ministry of Science Technology. Do you know the name of that magazine?
Sorry, sir, I don't know, sir.
Okay. Do you think one should have a habit of reading newspapers and journals?
I think I might be biased about it because I don't know. I don't read newspapers, so I might be biased that I would not suggest reading newspapers.
Have you glanced at the economic survey published by Government of Bihar?
I'm afraid, sir, I have not, sir.
Okay, Prashant. Nice talking to you. Your interview is over. You may go now.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Have your seat, Prashant. You did appear in Forest Service interview last year. What was the outcome? How many marks you got?
Sir, 160 marks.
Not bad. And how was the day? Or how was the performance?
I got nervous, sir.
You got nervous there. See, we even in today's conversation, we believe that you basically need to maintain your nerves for 20-25 odd minutes. Okay. As a science student, I'll suggest you in that language. See, there are certain waves. You know waves?
Yes, sir.
You maintain the wavelength of your nerve at very consistent level for 25 minutes. Any breakdown or any anxiety or excitement upward, displacement would be bad in performance. Your interview was going on very well from here to here, from here. But at one point of time, you decided to choose a particular language. When you were invited to suggest remedies for the challenges you identified in agriculture, you decided to, or you chose to frame a sentence that I'm not a magician, I don't have a magic wand to solve the problems overnight. This is quite informal kind of phraseology and expression. It indicated that you had unnerved yourself. You have lost patience because your name is Prashant. So it is all the more expected that you'll always remain calm and composed.
Yes.
Okay. Otherwise, your entire performance was very good. What you need to underline is the best takeaway from this performance is that anyhow, whatever the situation, provocative, agitative, whatever the situation which confronts you, you have to maintain your calmness. That's the meaning of Prashant. You have to justify your name. Otherwise, your entry is good, you greet the board members well, your sitting posture is largely good, but of course it indicated a little bit underconfidence. You were bending in the front, so be straight in sitting posture and develop that habit of sitting with your body straight for those 20-25 minutes. So that, but still, it's not bad. Your dress sense is good, your hand placement was good, your eye contact was also good, and you are handling most of the questions correctly, isn't it? So I was happy from member 1 to member 2. Half of the way in member 3 also I was happy. तो बस वही मुझे लग रहा था कि वहाँ जो आपने अच्छा वो फ्रेज हो सकता है कि आपको लगता हो कि चल जाएगा, लेकिन वो इनफॉर्मल फ्रेज है. तो ऐसे फ्रेज से थोड़ा बचना है. You have to remain formal in your entire body language and verbal communication also. And of course, you are maintaining good. You are jovial in your facial expression. You didn't look very serious. You looked natural, jovial. It was pleasant. वो सब अच्छा चल रहा था. पता नहीं आपने ऐसा क्यों कह दिया.
Sorry, sir.
ठीक है. प्लस उसी से इंस्टिगेशन मिला कि आपसे पूछा जाए कि आप पेपर ऊपर पढ़ते हैं कि नहीं. पेपर पढ़ने से रोज टेंशन होता है, रोज सुबह सुबह उधर मारे गए लोग, इधर युद्ध हो गया, तो अ पर्सन गेट्स यूज्ड टू मेंटेनिंग कामनेस विद लॉट्स ऑफ टेंस मोमेंट्स। ठीक है, तो एक आध अखबार 2-4-10 दिन पढ़ लीजिए, ताकि उस दिन ये ना कहना पड़े कि अखबार ही नहीं पढ़ता। ये मॉडर्न टाइम्स का, रेनेसा का एक मेजर इंडिकेटर है that people started reading newspaper, they became connected to. What you can say that rather than using paper, that is physical newspaper or hard copy, you might be reading it on maybe internet. तो उसको बोलने का तरीका चेंज कर दीजिए, ये मत कहिए कि आई डोंट रीड एनी न्यूज़पेपर। कहिए कि सर आजकल इट बिकम्स वेरी हैंडी टू रीड न्यूज़ ऑन मोबाइल, so most of the news I read it in the mobile and I only glance at newspapers, क्योंकि वो ठीक नहीं लग रहा कहना कि you don't need newspaper। बाकी सब चीज़ें अच्छा है, you look very honest, so all these things are very good, that means everything is impressive, it goes likely to go in favor, so all the best। We hope that you will be doing good।
Thank you, sir.